Right, this is part 2 of the cinema from 6,000 Idea Book from 1980. If you haven't watched part 1, why not? Go and watch it now. Have you gone? Okay, welcome to the people that have watched part 1. And hopefully you've got the people and the vehicles all sorted. Just in case you wanted to see what we're building again, just as a reminder, here's what it should look like. There it is there, from the front, and here it is from the inside with the whole of it opened up because it is a hinged piece. Okay, so get rid of that for now. Annoying squeaky chair. I do have PDFs of this if you want to build it. The email address is in the description, so send me an email and I'll send you that. We'll start then, and we begin with this, which for some reason is a stage. I don't know why we need a stage in a cinema, but there we go. That's where it's laid out. If you want to have a look how it's done, it's between studs. Put it there if you want to take a screen grab and work out exactly where they are, or just get the instructions. But that might be easier to do it that way. There we go. So those are already in place because I thought it'd be very tedious to sit and watch me do that. And we also start by making the sort of kiosks on the side, which look like, we can see everything in there. There we go. So we have a 1x1 brick in either corner, like that. And that's it. Yeah, if only. We've got lots of 2x2 white bricks that hang off the edge here. So lots, there's 2. One there. And it's a gap of, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 6, 2, 4. You go that. And same again, is that right? Just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that side. Makes sense. So 7 on this side. 7. That goes in there. And right, okay. Let's work this out here. So we go 6 and 4. There we go. Right. So leave space for the door. So we go 6, 4, and 8 across there, and then a 4 going down. I have to zoom this in, I can't quite see this. There we go, zoom you in. Better. 4, 1 and a 2. So 4, there's a 4, 1, a 2, and then another 1. So the start on that brick plate, base plate, looks like that. Okay. What's going here? A 1x6 along there on this plate now. Okay, and then a 2x2 white brick there, and then a gap of. Oh, let's do the other side so we can fit them in better. We put a 6 here as well on that side. That will help us. Very similar on this side, pretty much. Slight differences, I think, in the fact that we haven't got a 2x2 there. I want another 1. Yeah, there's a 1x1. Just go there. I'm going to 4, 8, another 4, 2, and another 6 there. Should be right. Yep. Right, and then we've got 2 more white 2x2 bricks. I'm just going to work out exactly where they're going to go. what would be useful if I could actually see the other one. There it is. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in from this side. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And a gap of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Let me do that. So 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. That should be 9 there then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. There we go. Right. That was quite a long-winded stage to start us off, but once we get going, it will speed up a bit. Famous last words. Right, let's get the stage in here then. So it just sits right in the middle of these bricks. Let's end up with that. Okay, it looks like that. Should be equal on all sides. Okay. Right, yellow bricks here. Got a couple of 2x2s. In fact, more than 2x2s. There's 4 of them. Let's slide you down a bit more. There we go. Right, these are going to go in here. Got 2 there. And then same on this side. 2 there. And then some black ones as well. So these are coming in. 2 there. And 2 here. Like that. That should all be right. We've also got a grey turntable, which is for the gates to let people in and out. So that sits in there. Lots more white bricks now. So we need, in fact, we need a white 1x8 plate in here. You can see that down there. And now we're going to finish this, and it's going to go all the way around the outside now. So there we go. What do we want? A load of 6s basically. So we have a 2 here, and then we go. It's 3 6s up that way. 1, 2, 3. Go in there. Another one across there. Okay, just gonna put that in there for now. I'm just going to go back down this side now. Here we go. And a 2 in there. Let's put our 2 in. In you go. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3 up that way. Another one in there. And then we have, what have we got across there? I can't actually see what those are. I have to go back up, tell me what bricks they are. Oh, 2 more 6s, okay. Fine. Another 6 there. Another 6 there. So it's all 6s all the way around. And then 2 more. 1x2 is in white. And they go just on the edge here, around the edge of the stage. Like that. So there's that there. Missed anything else off? Yes, there's another white plate that should be on here. Across there. Okay, let's move that back there. Okay, next one. On we go. Now, what's... let's see then. I'm just going to check with my book, because I've already got the stickers on these. And there's 2 little car doors that are used as the way in to the little shop. So one on the left's got the ice cream. So there's going to be the ice cream on this side. Okay. Here we go. So a little door with ice cream sticker, original sticker. Goes in there. And then a 1x1 brick next to it. And 2 trans clear. Gone for the ones with the actual stud in with these, because that's again what it shows on the instructions. Trying to be as very original to the instructions as possible. Which is why there's some parts that look a bit odd. You think, why, like this one, maybe you might think we put a 1x4 in here. And I normally would, but the instructions, I say instructions, mine, which are based on the original pictures, show some 1x2, so that's why I've done that. Okay, I want 2 white slopes in here. Okay, And we're starting to build the phone booth here as well. So we put in a 1x2 white plate there with the stud. We're also going to put in, I've already made these, I'm just going to show you what they are just to save some time. These are the seats. So it's just two 2x4 blue plates, and then that black 1x4 and 1x2 at each end. Okay, and they just sit in, let's look exactly where they go. There. And the other one goes on the opposite side in the same place. Far away, there it goes there. So we've now got our seating in place as well. We've got two of these plates with studs to go on here in grey. That's going to form the gate, as we said. And then this side is just, I think when I was little, they were little freeze pops, but it's not tickets, isn't it? Anyway, ignore me. And we want a 1x1 and a 1x4. Okay, is that everything in there? Before we move on, I think it is, yes. What's quite useful is my instructions, if you have a look here quickly, they are highlighted what you put on each section. So if you've got a red bit around it, that's what you're putting in. Famous last words, these are your missed bits, but anyway. So we're going to put a plate on here, like that, for the kind of counter. We're going to put some 2x4 yellow plates on here, on both sides. And then a 2x6 yellow plate on this one. Oh, it was an 8. I thought it was an 8 there. It is still a 6 as well. Talking drivel. Right, there we are. And we need our fence for a gate. There it is. I talked about this gate. There it is. That's going to go there. Swing like that. And we need 2 of these yellow 1x1 round bricks here. Now, some of them I do use the original solid studs to be very vintage, but when they're covered over like that and you can't see anything anyway, I just think I solid will put the what do you call it? Original ones on. Not the original ones, the newer hole ones. If you can't see it, it doesn't really matter. I did the same with the stage there. They were all ones with holes in. And again, if you can't see it, it doesn't really matter. I don't think, but it's up to you. I do if you can see them, basically. Fence in there. And it's in the same there. I was talking rubbish there. So on below these round bricks, they do need 2 1x1 yellow bricks, which then sit there. Okay, and then we have another fence next to them there. So the fence goes in there, like that. Okay, we're getting there. It's moving a bit, isn't it? Let's possibly slide ourselves in a bit. There we go. That looks like it for now. And 2 more of these trans clear bricks here. They're going there. And we want to build up the rest of the lights here. And again, as I said, I've not gone for a solid stud on these. I don't think they need to be. It's a bit of unnecessary expensive if you haven't got them. I've got them kicking around, use them. But they're quite rare now, so we want 2 more 1x2 bricks on there. And what else do we want? We want I'm going to put this guy's ticket on there. There is somebody that holds that. I'm going to put that there for now. 2 telephones. Here we go. And I've used tiles without a groove because that's what they look like to me on the kitchen instructions on the original book. So that's what I've gone for. Oh, turn you around that way. I don't want a little mark on there from the mould. There we go. Let's keep going then. Right, yeah, we're meaning business now because we're going to start building around the edges now. So it's going to get bigger, which is what we want to speed up a bit. So we've done sort of trim bits inside, and now we're going to speed up. So we're putting 1x1s on each side here. That's going to build up to a column of 5 anyway. So we could just do that now. Let's do that now. Bollocks to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because that's where a door's going to go either side of that. Let's do the same on this side, just save a bit of time. Okay. Right. Some red bricks. And we're going to go across here with a 4. And then that looks like an 8. I'll find out if it's not in a minute, but it looks like an 8. And then another 8. Is that right? Yes. Much like we had 6s before, lots of 8s going on there. 8. It says that, and I have to put a 6 in. Actually, I have to take that bit out, I think. Because, there we go. There's the brick I've taken out. Because it's been built before, obviously, because it's in my layout. And it's still got the original sticker on there. That original papery sticker starting to peel a bit. But yeah, that's already attached. So I'm just going to whack that bit in there. But before I do that, actually, that's what it looks like on the back. Because if people are building this, that's what's on the back. I mean, if you've got the instructions, you'll probably be building it before the stickers run anyway. So, but that's how that goes anyway. And we've got another 8 here. And another 8 there. And another 8 here, in fact. Okay, and then a 4. Got a 4 on there. That's for our reds for this bit. Back to the white, we've got a 3 on here. And a 2. And another 2. And a nice big 8 there. Across you go. And a 6. And we can set that there for now. Back onto this side, we've got a 4, a 1, and a 2, and a big 8 across there. We've got a 2 there, and then we have a 1x4 white plate in there. You'll see why in a minute. Okay, that's that, I think. Yep. Next, okay. Trees and flowers. Let's put our trees and flowers in for some reason. No, I've got them now, but I have. So we'll put those in out of the back, like that. And then this at the back as well. No, in one, that's it. Like that. This one goes 3 across from there. So I'm guessing that one must be 3 across from there. And that gives us flowers, which you'll be relieved now I've already made. So, red on there. Tangled up nicely. Yellow on there. These are a bit fiddly to fit on these bits now, I'll tell you now. These are easier out here. Yellow on there. Red on this one. On this side. Yellow in the middle there. And then we should have 4 left of each. Right, so they're quite hard to squeeze on. So they might pop off during this. But you can kind of put them anywhere really, but they do sort of fall off a bit. So we'll put that in there and that in there. And then we'll try and squeeze some more in there. We'll go with that one there. And then let's put the red one in first. I'm putting that right on that corner, in fact. And then the yellow there. There we go. See if that works. Okay, now I've gone for these because this again is what it shows in the original book. So I've got mine mixed up. I've got grey on that side and grey on that side on these. Don't have to do that, but again, that's what it's got in my original book, so that's what I'm going with. In fact, I'll show you a picture just to prove I'm not lying. Put those in there. Okay. If you have a look, that's what's there. You can see there, I don't know why they've done that, but again, maybe to show you that they are hinged. You can see there. Oh, you can see there. Okay, that's what I've gone with. Some red 1x3 bricks are going to go either side here. Be careful not to knock the flowers off. They will come off. Come off once already. Right, there's our 1x3s and red either side. Get you in there. And then 2 red 1x2s, which are going to go on there. Next to the screen there and the stage for some reason. Just to show you the instructions again, if you do want some, they do show you as well what you need on each section. So they're highlighted in red to show you which ones to put in, and also it tells you which bricks you need for each section of the instructions. I haven't got a full brick list though, that's the thing, so you have to go through and part it up yourself, I'm afraid. Other than that though, I've got a studio file, if anyone wants a studio file in fact. A 1x3 there. We've got 1x2 and a 6 and a 1 there, just in case you missed those. A 1x2 on here to hold that hinge in place. Then a 1x1. And then we're starting to put these in to make a shelf. So we've got 2 of these inverted slopes. There's 1. Another one there. And a 1x1 in between. There it is. And oh, we've got 2 more on this side. Here, look, building these up. This middle piece here. Yeah, 2 and 2. And what's happening on this side? So on this side we've got a 1x2, a 3, and a 4, a 1, and a 2, and another 1x4 plate. And you'll see what's happening here in the fact we've got a little ledge or counter on there as well. That's why we've done that. The 1x2 there. And another. I've got a horrible thing, I've just built a telephone brick into something. There's no telephone brick. Right, where's that gone? I've got a feeling I'm built into something. Where's my telephone brick? There's a brick that needs to go in to the telephone. Oh, there it is. I'll just put it at the bottom there. Oh, I kind of put it in the right place then. It goes, how many up? Yeah, the third one. I think it's the third one up. Like that. So you can see it. So it goes in like that. 1, 2, and the third one. Like that. Otherwise, it's going to be hidden behind the telephone, which would be silly. Okay, I think we got all the way around there. Right, next again. Down we go. So loads of reds this time. Okay, so we're going with a red 1x1 here. Then a 1x6. What looks like, yes, a 1x2. And then an 8, 8 and a 2, so we go 8. I'm trying to put some of that knocking the flowers off. Here we go, 8. What's going to happen? There we go, 8. 8. Oh, not a bloody tree of it now. I don't know why I've got those on the instructions there, but there we go. I mean, you've got some of my instructions, you can just ignore that. Do it at the end. A 1x6, 1x3 in red coming on. There we go. Thank you. Click. Another 1x3 on this side. E6. And a 2 there. And then we go 8 and 8 again on this side, like we did there. Okay. And what else do we need? We need a 1x2 and a 1x1 in red, and then a 1x6. That's going all down there. And here we go, next. So we've got some windows in here. We've got 2 that are yellow with black panes. They're going in each bit there. Okay. This final one here is going here because it's the little ticket window. Okay. Let's have, what are we going with? 2 more 1x2 bricks on here. Okay. And then we've got a little shelf over here, which is made from this plate here, 1x6 in black, and it's got 2 trans round bricks. And again, I'm not bothering with the original vintage solid stud there. I don't think it's worth it to put it in there. If I had some, I'd put them in, but it's not worth it. Add on think. Ooh, where have we gone? Need to put that on there first. White plate on an inverted slope there, on top of the phone booth. We just have somebody at the door, don't we? Nobody else is in, so I had to go and answer that. Sorry about that. Typical. Right. We've got to the next stage now. That's fine. So again, we're building up the edges again of these little booths. So we've got a 6 and a 3. Okay, and then a 6 and a 2. There's the 2, here's the 6. Okay, and then it's quite good. I'll say the way I've done it, but the instructions, we kind of go round in a trail, which is quite useful, and it kind of makes it a little bit quicker. He says, so 1x2, a 1x1, 1x4, another 4 there. Yeah, there's another 4. And then 8. Another 8. Is that right? Yep. And then should have another 8 there. And another red 1x2. Like that. And we carry on this side with another red 1x2 brick. 8. So we go 8. Oh, wait, 8 down there. Another 8. Okay. 4 across there. And then another 4. I can't quite see at the moment. But then we'll be what is it? Yeah, 1 there. And then a 2 there. There's a 4. 1 there. 2 there, then back to white. A white 1x6, a white 1x2. Scroll you down a bit. Another 2 2s. There's 1x2 there. And then what's going on here? Is that not? That's always a 3 there, isn't it? I can't see because the window's in the way, but it's a 3, isn't it? There. Okay. Everything? Yes, I think so. Moving down. Got 2 yellow trans bricks like that. I've got ones without studs in. It doesn't really matter on these ones, I don't think, but I went with those. I think just because I was buying some to go with one of the cars, but anyway. Those go in there anyway. And then we put a 1x1 in there. And then a 3 and a 4. Like that. Okay. Another 1x1. Top that. Whoops, well, we're not top there. Got the flowers off the front. A 1x2. And a 4. There it is. There shouldn't be any excuse for missing bricks here because I've just taken the thing apart to build it. So if there's missing bricks, God knows where they've gone. I've got another 1 there in red now. And then a 6. So we're going round again, snaking the way around again. A 1x2. And then we go 8. And we got 6. That's it, 8, 6. Then a space, and then it's 1x2. And you'll find out why there's a space in a minute. Okay, 6 again there. And then a 2. So we're leaving another gap there. Oh, we've got 2, we're supposed to 2. Oh, because we need a 1x1 in there. Same this side. Here we go. A 2. And a 6. 2 and 6, as old people say. When they're talking about money, you've never not had it for 50 odd years. 6 and an 8. And then we're coming down into another 2. And a 1 there. That'll be a 6 in there. Okay, now we're snaking around with the whites again. Here we go. Oops. Where are we? There. Another one there. A 1x1. And a 1x4. And some more white 1x1 bricks either side of this. Light to hold that in. Another 2. There. I think that's it for now. Let's go this way. Right, and put our doors in here. So again, I've gone for the old, sorry, there is a hole in the pivot there. I've gone for those. So we put the doors in that way round. Let's come out a bit. There we go. So they're going in that way. And they're going to get a 6 across the top. A 6 there. 8 right the way across there. And another 6 there. There we go. We're going across with another of these multicoloured grey and red hinge bricks. Okay, we've got, what have we got? A 4 across there. That's only just 3 then, don't we? There we go. So 1x3. And excitement time, we're leaving a gap here now as well. Of 2. Put my 6 in there. And another 6. That's not right. That's because I've left to go for 3, you idiot. Okay. And what's going to happen now is I'm going to put an arch in there. Like that. Okay. Then either side, we put a 1x1. And then 1x8. Okay, same on that side. Possibly or possibly not. Why have I not got another 8? Is it not that then? Let's have a look. I'll put that in there. 1 and a 1. Oh, there it is, on the floor. Idiot, there it is. 1 by 8, okay. Then we're going to come back this way, get that dog out of the way, with 2 more 6s. And I'm leaving a gap of 2, which we'll see why in a moment. Gonna go in with a 4, a 3, another one of these hinge bricks around the wrong way. And the fact we've mixed the colours up, so grey on the left, red on the right. And then some more white bricks to carry on here. 6, 8, 6. And another yellow door. Again, I've got the hole in the pivot and it goes in that way. You'll see why they're going in that way. I think it's the end. Okay, that's that there. Right. Getting exciting now. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right. Have I got 4 of these? 1, 2, 3. Yes. And then I make this. I've just made it now. There it goes. It's 4 of these 2 by 2 inverted slopes, and then a 2 by 8 brick in white, and that just goes across the top there. Okay. And there may also be better ways of making a roof that is a bit stronger, but I have gone with this way, so we'll see what I mean by that in a moment. We've got a 6 there, a 2 and a 1. Okay, and same again here, a 6, 2 and 1, there's my 6. Okay. Well, it's going to be a bit tricky here, isn't it? But let's do it. You might have noticed this at the back here. So I've got all my wires and things connected here, but they keep falling out. That's that one. Right, which way around is this? I have to make a circuit, you see. I'm just trying to remember which way around I put these in. Do you know what? Let's take them all out and we'll sort it out when we're done, because otherwise we're going to be all day sorting that out. So we'll put our light bricks. Here they are, the old classic light bricks. So these go in here. On the instructions, Studio didn't let me put light bricks in, so they are just yellow bricks, but you'll know if you watch the video as well, they should be light bricks. Okay, so they're in there. These two are going to go in a minute. You'll see where. They're a bit fiddly. I was talking about roofs. You might find a better way of doing it, but this, again, is the way it's done on the in the book. So they go with that on top of there. Okay, and then 2 of these, which go 1 there, and 1 there, and then the 2 by 8 goes across that middle bit there. Okay, so you could get better versions of this roof. I've just done it this way because, again, it's how it's done in the book. You might have changed it for a better one. It's a bit stronger, and that's fair enough. As I said, I'm just doing this by the idea book, how it does it. So, again, it's even different this way, this side, isn't it? But that's how it is. Like that. And then a 4th one there. Like that. So we've got plates that are 8s, but they're all, one's a 6, one's a 2, and then there's 2 4 by 8s at the end there. So that's what we've gone with there. Okay. And lots of sloping type things going on now. Okay, so let's start with this side. Lots of these 3 style slopes. Some of those 2 4 by 3s there. Make sure they're nicely clicked on. A 2, a 4, and 2. And again, there's probably better ways of arranging these, but I'm doing it how it is in the book. I mean, that's not very good there, is it, that? But there you go. Same on this side, these kinds of slopes. So we've got a 4, a 4, a 2, 4, and a 2. So they're all on there. Again, not brilliant, but that's as the book. Do change if you would like. Right, some more slates now. We've got a very small 2x1 here. You can see that going on top of the light brick there. Okay. And then these are the 4x2s or 2x2s or 3x2s. So they're a different rake to the other ones. So if we have the 4, 4, another 4, and another 4, there we go. Okay, and then we get this 2x2 there. Okay, and a 3. Where's that? No, it's not a 3, is it? What is it? It's a 4. Can't see what that is at the moment. I'm just going to go around the other side and work out process of elimination. So again, a 2x1, and then we've got a 4, 4, 4, 4. Now I've got another 2. Goes in there. What I've got left? I've got an 8 and a 4. And an 8. Right, okay, that makes sense. And we've got a 4 in the middle then. And now that's finally solid, so it doesn't fall out. There it goes. Then we have 2 blue 2x2s there. And then these 3x2 ones are going to go in there. Like that. Let's move you back a bit. Get these wires out of the way. Keep knocking the flowers over. That was the wire got caught on that one. Okay. I seem to have one 1x2 brick left over. Well, that's missing from. Is it from the telephone kiosk? 1, 2, 3. No, it's not. We'll hold on to that then. It might be from somewhere. We've still got a roof section to go yet. So let's move on. Right, now we've got these, and I'm going to pop this closed for the moment to work out where, because he's got the stickers on already, where these are going to go. So here we go. Let's close those. And that's what that one's for there. So that then clips together. We've got these already with stickers on. So I'm just closing up to work out exactly. Not very well I've put on, is it? Which side they go on. So let's check with the book. There we are. So the rocket with the red bit coming out the back is on this side. There we go. That's fine. I'm not quite sure exactly where they go, but I'm just going to check there. I don't know. I'm just going to open it up again. So it's fine. I know that's going to be the right side. Put the camera in the way. It's fallen off again. Right, so yeah, that's, they go right on the end there. Is that right? If I close that. Yeah, that's right. They do come together like that when you close them. Okay, that's fine. There's some roofing parts here as well, which involve a 1x1, little small fence there, another 1x1, another small fence, 1x1 and another small fence like that. There you go. That's that side. Don't know where that 1x2's come from. Here we go. Another one there. Those are going there with our yellow 1x1s in between there. No, not on that bit. On that bit. Okay, so we're getting there. Right, next up is the roof across here. So that's a lot going on there. Yeah, so we want, so basically we're getting one of these and one of these. Okay, we'll put one there and one there. And then I'm going to get a 3 and put a 3 either side there. Oops, I'm going to drop that as well. Then we've got a 1 by 4. It's going to go across there like that. Now we want a 1 by 6 plate on either side there. Which I've got there on the floor. We'll reach in and get that. You want one on the other side. And now you can see what this is for. This is for the roof of where the projectionist sits up there. So we can probably zoom in a bit here because we're not really bothered with this now. That's done. Cat snoring in the background there, possibly. I've got these left over at the moment. That's worrying. Don't know why. So let's go down here. And lots going on here, as well as another thing I'm going to have to tell you about, which needs to go in first, which is a bit annoying. But that, again, has the original stickers still on it. So, it's still peeling off, dog hairs on, but anyway. That's what it looks like from the back. Again, if you get the instructions, you can see what bricks are going to be where. That's what it looks like from the back. Yeah, so it's going to go there. I'm not going to put it just there, just yet, because I want to be able to see other things first that look like this. So we end up with, what have we got? Let's have a look. That's hanging off the edge of it, isn't it? So we go one off there. It's hanging over the edge. You can see that. So is that one, like that. Same at this end. It comes in 2, and they're both hanging off the edge there, like that. Some blue. I'm just going to bring this up here. There's got all the rest of it on a tray down here. Easy to bring it up here, isn't it? 2 blue small fences here. Obviously can't hang over the edge because not capable of doing that. A little grey hinge assembly there. We have this little thing to make up, and I've got it like that. It's 2 round, so they come with solid studs, have we? No, like that. And it's got a little white plate underneath like that, because it kind of just sits. If you look at the instructions, I keep saying instructions, look at the book up there, it's kind of just sort of at a funny angle. So it might just be loose, but I've put a plate in there just to sort of hold it there. I think it's better if it's kind of sort of an angle like that. I think that's a bit better. Okay, 2 of these slopes here, like that. And let's put that down there. I'm going to see how far I can go before I need to put that in. We've got a big computer section here. It looks like that. It's just a 2x4, a 1x2, little grey computer screen, and then that. And that sits in front of that there, that's right. I think, yeah, that's it. Okay, and then 2 1x2 red bricks here. There's another one, there it is. One there, and one at the other end there. There we go. That's that. I've got a 1x4, so 2x4 in there. And then what do I want? I want a 1x4. This is slightly different on this side because there's kind of a wall here. So that's going there. Okay. And then we put, what's that, 6 across there. Yeah. Like that. And then another 2x4. And then a 1x2, like that. Okay, and we have to make the little projectionist thing, projector, which is just one of these propeller things with that in grey, a 1x2. I've gone for the very rare grey mid attachment because that's what it is here again. So you don't have to be that vintage if you don't want to, but I am being vintage there. And it's just a 2x2 red slope on there. And it sits, that's many dog hairs on it, like that. Okay. And we're going to move along to some more 2x4 bricks here. Like that. Sits on there. We've got a load more of these to sort of build up as well. So here's another 2 there. They need to build up there so they're joined, or at least flush with that top bit there. Same on this side. That needs to be flush with this wall here, which has now got a 4 against it there. And then another red 2x4 brick there. Oh, put it in the wrong place. There. Okay. Moving on. We have yes, we have a, what have we got here? I want a 2x4 there, is that right? Yes. To hold that there. Then a 1x2 and then a 2x2 inverted slope there. That looks right. Okay, and on this side I've got the same again there, and the same again with that 1x2 and that 2x2 inverted slope. I'm doing well for not putting this side in yet, aren't I? Then we get another brick here. It's a 2x2 on top of that slope, and that in there. I think we are getting to the stage now where I will put this big wall in. So in it comes. Okay. Go in fluff. Thanks for that. That should fit nicely in sync with that, and it does. That's a relief. Look. So we can start putting our tiles on now. Here we go then. I've got some of these already attached, actually, to be honest. Right, so we start with that way, with it in the middle, and then 2 on the side. So we'll do that, and they have to go that way, if you notice. So they're flush here, but they're one over this side. Okay, and same on the other side. Okay, looks like that. In half. And then we'll do the same again. Do it in 2, should we? Like that. Now again like that. And then same on this side again. Oh, just come apart now. Never mind. Let's do 2. And then 1 more there. Coming up there. And let's just speed up a bit now because we need to get done. We're nearly done actually, in fact. It's just the lights which hopefully won't take too long. But we'll fiddle around with those. Okay, we're going there now. And we need a 8 and a 2 like that. Okay. That's that on there. Okay, and another 4 there. What do we want now? 2. Oops. Drop that. Yeah, it's 2, 2. 2. And 4. I've got one more 2 somewhere. There it is. Over there. Another 4. And just to save time, these are already together. But on the top. This is what it looks like. That doesn't want to go in for some reason. Why is that not going in? Better. And then the top bit is just 2 more of the 4s, and then these they're called convex, what they're called, in the middle, like that. Oh, arseholes. That's probably why you don't do it like that. That still doesn't want to lock on properly, that one. What's going on over that side? Alright, let's put you back there. And then that one in there. Where did you go? Oh, this bloody thing. Got right to the end without any problems, and now we're pissing around with this. I don't know what is going on with this one here. It will not attach properly. Weird. We'll try again. Right. Let's try not to smash it up this time. Get the more dog hairs off that. Okay, right, so we are kind of there. So I'm going to spin that round like that. Oh, you have to watch sometimes. These sometimes ping off because they do catch on here. So make sure they're nicely squashed down. But see, like that, it doesn't. Sometimes just do it again now. So that's that closed there. Let's close that for a minute. Okay, and what I'm very confused about as to how I've managed to end up with that and that. That's very odd. I don't know where they were in this. I can't see any holes anywhere. I think it is one of those is with the. Is it with the phone booth? I don't know. Anyway, let's not worry about that. We are all night worrying about that. I probably missed one out. And is it under there maybe? Doesn't look like it. This one up there. No, not under there. Right, I'm going to not arse around with that because we're going to put the lighting in. Now the other two, as mentioned, lighting bricks I'm talking about, sit in a really annoying place. They don't stay there very well. They fall off quite a lot. But let's have a go at putting them in. So again, we'll spin this round. Put them in this way. So open you up. Right, what I'm doing is opening it up, and if you look on there, I kind of go. Let's stand it up there. Basically there, if you can see that there. Can we see? Let's tip it right up like that, there we go. crunch you together. Okay, knock the bloody trees off again. Come on there. Right there. Right, tip you back up then. So that's like that. We can close you again, in fact, can't we? We don't need to get to that, I don't think. I'm piddling around with that, isn't there? That's going to go around that way. And we now need to create a circuit with these wires. Now, which way? I think, should have checked, shouldn't I, really? No, this needs to go in the battery box. It's being thick now. Right. So we start with right. So I've got a short one, a long one, another short one. So we're going in here. I mean, they make it look so neat on here, don't they, on the actual book, but it really isn't. Let's go that way, don't know what we're doing. Right, we come in this way from the side. I don't know why I was going in that way. Okay, so we get in the side there. Then we go in here. I mean, this is no genius way of hiding all the wires, because it doesn't. But you're welcome to find your own way of hiding the wires, because they just pretend they don't exist in the book. I don't think they had airbrushes in 1980, but there were definitely some missed off. Okay, and we go back in here on this side. So what we should now have is a full circuit. This is going to be fun. And here's my battery box. Just a reminder that you need to make sure your battery box hasn't got the batteries left inside it. You also need to make sure, which is a really good thing to realise right at the end of the video, you need to have a small screwdriver to open the battery box. So I'm afraid you have 10 seconds while I go and get a screwdriver. Sorry. And usefully in my collection of small screwdrivers, all I can see are Phillips, which are no use whatsoever. So that's handy. Ah, finally, not a Phillips. Right, there we go. So apologies for that. In we go. It's going to work after all this, isn't it? But, it was working in the video of the actual layout, if you saw that. Right, in that goes. Yeah, don't leave these in here if you're not using the Lego, because it does sort of corrode the contacts. And it's quite hard to clean up and repair, so it's a bit bendy, isn't it? Sponsored by Duracell. There we go. Right, what we're going to do, turn out the lights. It's quite dark in this room anyway, so it's not going to be too bad. Turn off the screen, so they get light from the screen. Roll that curtain. Turn off that light. And fingers crossed, it's going to work. Right, you ready? It doesn't work, but that's handy, isn't it? Look at that. Oh, I haven't plugged it in, you dick. Let's plug it in. That helps. Also helps if these stay in the bits as well. Right, and 1 actually works there. 2 actually works there. 3, there we go. Right, if you can see, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It's probably better to do it the other way, isn't it? Let's open up and do it this way. So it was working before I took it apart, and I've taken it apart, it's not working. That's useful. Right. Right, some are coming on, some aren't coming on. There's 2 coming on. You can see there. Right, there are 2 on. You can see there's a reflection there, look. Quite know what's going on with the connection there. Oh, it's so flimsy. There's 1, it's on. They are so flimsy, these lights. That's what I said when I put them up, that they fall down. It's not a good place for them. The ones that are in the side are quite good because they're held in by brick. But these ones just fall down all the time. Right, we got some light from there, in fact. So that's not too bad, actually. In you go. So which one isn't lighting up then? Well, you can see we've got, if I'm going to go upside down now, look, you can see we're lighting up in that corner. For some reason the connection isn't working when we go across here. Oh, see, it's fallen off again. It's so flimsy. Such a stupid place to put them. It's only got 2 of the actual bricks holding it on. Let's move them in a bit. See if that helps. No, they're still falling off. We're still not getting the thing. Well, anyway, I'm not going to waste any more time trying to get that to light up. Because it's not going to happen. It's working on 2 sides. What's happening here? I mean, that one's working just. That one's working. It's just that final one there. Why is it? We've got a one at the end not working. But anyway, you need to get things like that. You'll probably get better ones than me, so you can get them working. But there we go. Let's turn off our battery box wherever it's gone. There it is. Let's take this out for now. It's shite. Yeah. We'll move it out of the way. That's the cinema done. Okay, just have a look around if you want to. You can put the people where you like. If you haven't watched the video with the people in, do. Why haven't you? You should have done. And there we go. If you find there's one of these 2 missing when you're building it, then shout, because I don't know why I've got 2 there. I probably missed them on the instructions, so you might find them before I do. Anyway, that was it. That was quite a hard work. Shame the lights didn't work properly, but they're very old and very shit. So that's probably why. It did work in the layout, but since I've taken it apart, they don't want to work properly. But there we go. You can watch the layout video to see them actually working. But there we go. That's how to build it, which was the main point. So please like the video, subscribe to the channel, share these videos if you like in any social media and websites that talk about old vintage Lego and building it and rare stuff. And we'll see you again very soon. Bye!